Hello, everyone. Oops, there we go. Can everyone hear me and see me? As bad as I look? Hello, Nanny, Terry, Honor, Beverly. Hello, hello. Is there any feedback? That's okay, Kathy. I'm early too. I need to iron some fabric, ladies. Hello, Doris, Melissa. Oh, good. You can see me and hear me. Awesome. So I'm going to iron fabric. So I know Kathy was excited because she normally is out and not able to join. Oh, good. Loud and clear. Way over in Australia, Nanny. If you can hear me, everyone can hear me. Hey, Audrey. How you doing? Oh, good. No feedback. That's good. That is good. All right. So I need to iron, so I'll just stand here. Actually, I'll bring my iPad over so that... Oops, you know what? I forgot to get water. I'm going to get my husband to get me some water. Look at that. He's my hero. All right. Who else popped in? Anyone? Hi, Linda, Rose, Phyllis, Jean. Goodness, lots of people here. Okay. I'm going to take my iPad over so that I can watch the chat while I iron. Isn't technology wonderful? I've had a busy day, and I'll tell you why. I started off this morning and I had to get up and film my live stream for tomorrow, or not my live stream, I had to film my tutorial for tomorrow. And then my friend Brenda from Conquering Mount Scrapmore with Brenda, she was having a virtual sew date today, and I had promised her that the next time she did that, I'd be there. Well, hers started at 11 o'clock my time. Well, I actually got the tutorial all started. Actually, I got it all finished. Oh, hi Tracy, Vicky, hi Tracy, the other Tracy number 2, Judith, hello. So I filmed that. I didn't edit it. Well, by editing, I don't really cut anything out, but I splice things together. So I didn't have that done, but I did go on the virtual sew date with Brenda and some of her friends, or well, you know, our friends too, for a while. Then I left. I had to get our lunch, do that sort of stuff, as well as prep for tonight, and that's where the nightmare began, because what I had planned even 2 hours ago was not working out well. So I had to switch things up a little bit on what we're doing. But I did get the tutorial already, you know, like all the splicing is done. So when we're done with the live stream, I will let it upload to YouTube, and that will drop at 5 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. And I hope you guys liked this week's project. It's Christmas related, but it doesn't have to be. The one I made is Christmas related. Hi Diane, how's everything in Michigan? Also, I wasn't really sure where to put this out there. As you guys know, on my Facebook group, Lisa Marie Esposito is my helper there. And the group is getting large enough that I think I should have a secondary person helping out. And I don't know who has experience with this or who might want to help out some. But if anyone is willing, you can private message me and tell me. It's not like it's a job interview, but you can let me know if you've done this before or what have you. The reason being, it's not that we haven't handled things well up to this point, but when we get scammers, they tend to post things when we're not on. So I thought if we had more people online, especially in different time zones, that might help curtail that some. That was my thought. Hi Amanda. I'm doing okay. I'm still not 100%, and that's been going 3 weeks now. I woke up yesterday morning and my sore throat was back. And my voice is still here, but it's not, like last night by the time I went to bed, I was all croaky. Didn't even sound like myself. So I really don't know what I had or what it is that I have, but I wish it would go away and leave me alone. We had a wonderful Thanksgiving. And I hope everyone who celebrates Thanksgiving had a wonderful one. Hi, Debbie. Let's see what time it is. Oh, 5:59. It's almost the golden time. Almost. I'm cutting fabric without looking underneath me. That could be dangerous. That could be dangerous. I think some of these I'm just going to leave. I'm working with scraps that are like this, or they're just misshapen pieces. I'll get over there and we can get started. Tell you what, I cooked a very big Thanksgiving meal, like very big. It was good, and it was a good family time and everything, so that's what it's all about anyway. Not so much the food as it is the company, right? Getting family together. All right, take my little scraps. So I can take this off. I'm not using my Bluetooth on my computer. Okay. So first off, I'm going to show you what I had originally planned and what we're changing it into. Okay. Amanda, I know that. Wore me right out too. Wore me right out. Okay. Now, originally, I was making pieces like this, you see, to make, you see it? A stained glass block. But I'm going to be honest with you. I've been sick for 3 weeks. I'm forgetful anyway, but I had a really hard time getting this to piece together. And I know how to do these. But if I was having that hard of a time trying to do it for myself, I didn't think there was any way I could explain to you guys how to do it, okay? And even though this looks part way done, this is only like 10 inches. It doesn't even come close to my 12.5-inch block. So I have improvised. We are still using black strips. Oh yes, and I need to cut some too while I'm talking. What we're going to do, I made a drawing. Now, believe me, I'm no artist, as you'll see. Let me grab my little teacher's pointer here. Now, I didn't fill in all 4 blocks. This blue right here represents black because I don't have a magic marker that's black. Okay, so this is black. This is a 2-inch cut. These 4 blocks represent what we're going to sew. We're going to sew 4 blocks. Now you can do one of 2 things. You could, this is a large one, you could take all your crumb pieces and crumb together a square for each one of these. And then we'll put the block there. Or, I'm going to give you a choice. You could make one like this. Now these need to measure 6.5 inches. And as you see, I did this with some black around it to show if you wanted to do it this way, that's what it would look like. There wouldn't be any black to the outside of the block or the square. So what we'd do is we'd make these at about 6.5 to 7 inches and trim them down. And then we're going to attach these. So you'd have a strip of black that's the same length as this, strip of black, same length as this, and then we go across and we will trim these to 12.5 inches. Hello, Sylvia. Cherry from New Zealand, noontime on Sunday here. Yes, hey Denise, good to see you. Thank you everyone. Wow, we've got a good crowd here. Is everyone clicking the like? And also, who are my moderators here tonight? Okay, so I personally have some 1-inch strips cut out. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to do it like this. I'm going to take a shape and put a 1-inch black strip next to it. I'll probably keep them more block or rectangular so it's easier on my head. Plus it's quicker because we only have so much time. So, okay, Terry's here. Do we have another mod? Is there anyone who would volunteer to moderate, please? And thank you, just in case. Okay. So this is probably what I'll do, and I'm going to use 1-inch strips for this. But before I start anything, I'm going to go cut my 2-inch strips. I'm just going to cut 2 long ones that I can cut down to the size I need. Oh, that's right, Kathy. I'm sorry. I forgot that you were moderator material. Thank you. Okay. So if you're going to do it like this, you're going to need to cut some 1-inch strips of black. And black is what I use because traditionally with the stained glass blocks, that is the color that's in between there. But feel free if you'd like to use white, red, blue, whatever you fancy, right? Okay, let me take a look. I've got to just cut my 2-inch strips of black. And then we'll be ready to go. And if anyone wants to go ahead and do a complete cathedral or the stained glass block like this, you certainly could. There's no rule against it. You don't have to do exactly what I've done. I'm just changing it simply because time and as well as my brain just cannot, I just can't do it. I'll be honest with you, just can't do it. I think I need to get a new rotary blade. It skipped earlier today, and that's usually not a good sign. This is what I have left of my black after I just cut that. Now my black is a scrap. Alright. So I'm going to set my 2-inch strips aside. Let me catch up here. Hi, Avalie. Your first live stream. You always have to catch me later. Oh, Rose. Rose nailed it. Happy dance. And for Cherry. Oh, they've heard about the happy dance. Hi, Jeanette. Yeah, let me see. Was it yesterday I announced it? On What's Up Wednesday, Jeanette, I had said I was going to do a live stream on Saturday at 6. And I put it on the group a little earlier. But I know not everyone lives on Facebook, so. Yes, they do indeed. Hey, Nancy, how you doing? She's my zipper queen. Right, Nancy? Okay. And if that doesn't make you guys laugh as a poor rendition of a happy dance, but I really am happy to have you guys here, and I hope you know that. Okay, so I have my sewing machine full. I have black thread, black bobbin, because that's just what I'm going to use. So I am going to make 4 6.5 to 7-inch blocks that have little strips of black in between them because I have a bunch of black strips. Hi, Janice. Glad to see you. All right, let's get this party started. Aw, Phyllis, you're sweet. You're sweet. I would do most anything for you guys. Most anything. All right. So how many are sewing and how many are just chatting? I understand being here for the conversation. I mean, who wouldn't want to be here for the conversation, right? It's so good. No, it's pretty good, I think. Right? I think we have fun here. And if we don't, we'll say we do. I'm making lots of scraps today. Hi, Richard. Norma Jean, hello. Yep, and hey, chatting is fine. Oh, you bought a bolt of 987. Yeah, that's good. I have some of that. I do. I used to buy just small pieces and I would think, oh, I can't afford the other one. But then I started saving up because really it's so much cheaper to buy a bolt. I mean, yeah, I know the initial outlay, but you know. Yeah. I've got to get busy on Christmas presents. Boy, am I behind on that. really behind. Anyone else? Okay, I'm about to just start here anywhere and see what's happening. Oh, this rotary cutter, I need to make it through the evening. It can't give out on me now. It just can't. All right. And remember, if you're using the black strips, like in this one, don't put your black strips around the outside, okay? Because we'll have the black strip here and we don't want it near the edge. Okay. And also, right now, I'm going to apologize. I hadn't been on Facebook for 3 days until today. I was just so busy with Thanksgiving. And the same goes for YouTube. I have not been there to reply or to read comments. I will try my best to catch up when and where I can, as I can. Okay. Nancy will be fondling her scraps. Oh, yes, Denise. I felt so bad I couldn't stay at Brenda's meeting or her sewing get-together. I always call it a sewing chat. And Terry's sewing bowl cozies. Kathy is frosting her granddaughter's sweet 16 cake. Cherry's eating Sunday lunch. Jean is crocheting. Honor is sewing and chatting. Rose is chatting. Richard's chatting. Let me see. I'm skipping around here, not trying to, but okay. Beverly's watching for new ideas. Sylvia in travel will be home next week. Diane, I'm chatting. We had a big turkey meal and it's relaxing time now. Oh yeah, Nancy went to Joann Fabric and the bolts were half off plus an additional 20%. I really don't want to hear that. I don't have access to any of that. Judith, no sewing, here for the chat. Oh, she's got a headache. I'm sorry, Judith. Janice, I'm enjoying listening while I sew. I will catch up on the block you're making when I see what it is. Yes, that is a great deal, isn't it? Janet, hello. I'm here taking a break from moving into our new house finally. Yay, good for you. Congratulations. Amanda's chatting and crocheting. Nanny is lurking. Hi, Giovanna, how are you? Speaking of crocheting, I crocheted a hat. Now this is not completely finished, but when they got here the other day, it didn't fit the baby, so I didn't end up. I am going to finish it. I'll donate it. But it needs the little nose, and I need to wrap right here with yarn. But it's a little owl hat. Well, it will be when it ends up getting the nose and looks like an owl hat, but it didn't fit. Okay, I need to do less chatting and more sewing. I'll let you guys chat. I am going to start sewing to line up some pieces. I had fun today sewing to make the tutorial for tomorrow, and I can't tell what it is. It was fun though. Thank you, Debbie. I appreciate that. Yeah, earlier when I was working on these pieces that I showed you to begin with, I was, like putting one long strip of black and then just sewing my pieces onto it. But it doesn't always work because the amount of mental math that I could not do today. Well, it's not math. It's just I couldn't figure out the shapes. I just could not do it. I don't know why. I couldn't wrap my brain around it. I used to do these things so often, and I don't know why I couldn't do it. Just don't know. Well, we had some more snow yesterday. Nothing like what Buffalo, New York, and all of them are getting. They're getting like 6 or 8 feet of snow or some craziness like that. We're just getting dustings basically, but it's enough. Fresh snow. I like to see the fresh snow. It makes everything look so much nicer and clean. Because for anyone who doesn't live in a snowy area, what happens, I'll let you know, is this. It snows and everything is all white and nice. It looks so nice. And then after the snowplows come along and they sand the roads or salt the roads, everything gets messy and dirty looking. So it's not quite so nice as it was at first, or as pretty, I guess I should say, as it was at first. So when we get a fresh coating of snow, even if it's just half an inch, it makes everything look all nice again. And I had talked about my pumpkin bread recipe on the last live stream, and I had some people who wanted it. I need to go back into that chat and get everyone's names, and hopefully they're on the Facebook group because that's where I can find them. I did get a few names from the Facebook group, like 3 of them this morning when I was on there, that said they wanted it. But if anyone does want it and you weren't in the last live stream, you can just private message me that you want it. I just don't really want to put it up on a public venue because it took me a while to get that recipe down to where I liked it. Okay, let's see. Thank you, Terry, Amanda, Jean, Debbie, Giovanna, Nancy. Goodness. Thank you. I thought the hat was cute too. Now I need to make her a new one though. Janet, thank you all. It's been a real roller coaster getting to this spot. Giovanna, I was sorting out the tiny scraps, but now I have to go to bed, so I will only chat and watch. We'll let you do that. We'll let you relax. Rose, I'm making a complete scrappy quilt for granddaughter for Christmas. Sewed half the blocks together. Wow. Today. Yeah, gotcha. Kathy, we are all back to green in central New York. Wow. 40s. Ah. Kathy, caught the live. Yay. Okay, Cherry, thank you for giving me the Fahrenheit Celsius rundown because I'm always confused on that. And yes, Terry has her new to her 1924 Singer, and it is a beauty. For anyone who missed it on the Facebook group, I'm telling you what, that is a gorgeous sewing machine. Kathy, the size hat. Our granddaughter is 6 months old, and although she is a little bit big for her age, I really don't think she's not like a large kid. It was too tight for her, and I made her the 12 to 18 month size, but it's too small. So I would say it would fit newborn to 3-month-old, because it fit her. It would go on her head, but it was tight. Like to pull it down, it was tight. Avalee, oh, I'm glad you like Kimberly's shop. My fabric addiction is very addicting. I have ordered 8 of the 1 pound bags and some yardage. Very good fabric. It really is. In fact, tomorrow's tutorial, I used her charm packs. These ones here, the Christmas ones. And if I remember right, these are like $13 or $15 for the big charm pack. I can't remember. All right, I need to go back and forth to my iron. I should have it more centrally located. and I'm thinking I might do this different ways. I'm not sure. I might do like one square with the black, one square with just crumbs. We'll see. Uh-oh, did anyone see where I set? Oh, guys need to keep track of me and what I do. Keep track of my movements. I don't want that much steam. I will get these all out of shape here. I don't know how many of you remember, but my cat had knocked my sewing machine off the stand and it went into some different pieces. That's okay, Nanny. I understand, and I know you're having machine issues worse than mine, so I'll catch you on the replay, sweet lady. Talk to you later. Terry, I got the batik scraps and they were all jelly roll size pieces. Gorgeous. I also bought Civil War charm pack. I've been looking at that. Is it nice, Terry? Jelly roll. One day I will do something nostalgic. Hi, Annette. Yes, I'm happy you're here too. Well, it's funny that you mentioned the batik pack because where did I set mine? I just took mine out today for the first time and I'm like, that's like a jelly roll. They don't look like scraps at all. Like, I thought it was just I got the luck of the draw, but Terry, I guess you did too. Denise says, I always get in trouble with Fabric Addiction 1 using her strips for a scrappy strip quilt. So far I have 10 blocks. More to go. Oh, yes, they're perfect for that. Yeah, Giovanna, that's the thing. But see, I've crocheted, I can't even tell you how many hats and knit and all this and that. But I haven't done it for a while. And that was the 4th try on that one hat. I kept looking at it and I'd be like, no, that's too small, and I'd rip it back and I'd try again. And I really thought, well, I didn't think I had it. I told my husband, I don't think that this is going to fit her. I did say that. But I was hoping. I was hoping. I do better with knitting because with knitting you've got a lot more stretch than you do with crochet. With crochet you've got to be pretty much right spot on. So. But yeah, I've made a lot of character hats over the years for the grandbabies. Everything from minions to, oh, I don't know, I can't even tell you, just animal hats, like ones that look like bears and dogs and cats and all that. One of our daughters wrote today and said, wish I'd have taken more leftovers home from Thanksgiving dinner. And I said, I wish you had too. Your father and I are stuck with way too many leftovers. Let's see, I gotta catch up. But that's true, Giovanna, about the head size, you know. It's like, have you ever noticed, I saw this, I don't know if it's TikTok or what, but we can go like this. But if you do that with a newborn baby, they can't, you know what I mean? Their arms don't come up because the difference in the size. It's just amazing. Just amazing. Let me see. Yeah, if I can find a picture here to show you guys our little pumpkin. See if I can hone in on her a little bit there. Whoops. She has her little feet up there. She's playing with her feet. Yeah, Giovanna, it is hard. Okay, I gotta scroll back up here. Terry, I love the Civil War charm packs, and the batiks I got are like 52 pieces. That's insane. It is. For the price that she charges, it's just amazing. Well, Jean, I have multiple sewing machines too, but they don't all work. Oh yeah, I'll get back to that on what's happening. Terry, I have to stay away from her site. Cheryl. I'll see. Terry, can you grab a link to her 1 pound scrap packs, please, for Cheryl? Please and thank you. No, Terry, you wouldn't hoard. Hi, Debbie. Debbie Wood says, wow, Jean, 6 machines. Let's see. I'm just trying to catch up a little bit, but I also have, thank you. I know, she's a sweetheart. I gotta quit talking and get sewing. I need to catch up. I think I'm going to have to bring my iron over here. I'm just always afraid of bumping it and dropping it. And that's why I should use that little one, but I don't like it. I don't like the little one. And I normally don't like to sew or iron or cut when I'm sitting, but I'm trying to learn to do it. Discipline myself. Goodness, this is giving out on me. Anyway, oh, I was starting to tell you about my machine. So my cat knocked it over and it was still sewing okay. I didn't think anything was wrong with it until now. And now what's happening is sometimes when I go to hit reverse, it won't go in reverse. It just goes beep, 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 beep. And when I try to go stitch length down or up, beep, 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 it won't do it. So shutting it off and turning it back on doesn't necessarily work. Sometimes I have to turn it on and off. And sometimes even that doesn't work. So I don't know what I'm going to do because that's it. It's not like I can just go buy a new machine. When our daughters were up for Thanksgiving the other day, I told them, because they usually give us, like, Venmo us money or something like that for Christmas. And so normally I don't like to just like say, hey, give me money. But what I said is, if you girls do send me money, please don't Venmo me money. Just get me an Amazon gift card. Because I figured if I tell them that, I can put it towards a sewing machine, you know, save up some money and then use that. Because this is only going to go so long and it's just not going to go. And it's sad because this is the first machine that I've ever bought that was that much money. And it's not, I mean, I know people pay a lot more than what I paid, but $600. And now, the thing that gets me is now you can find the same model for like $400. So, it is what it is. I'm I'm dealing with what I'm dealing with. And I know Nanny is having problems with her machine. Both of her machines, actually. So at least mine sews. I guess I should be thankful for that. But it's hard because I do have other sewing machines, but they don't. Oops, what did I do here? I just can't seem to sew this. For some reason, this block is just giving me issues. The thing that gets me about these is I used to make these, like, I didn't have any problems with them. But I'm having problems now. Thank you, Terry, for dropping that link. I appreciate that. Oh, Denise, 2010? That's not hoarding. Heck, I got stuff here from the 80s. I do. I really, really do. Yeah, she's a cuddler, that one. She's a cutie. Hi, Donna. Good to see you. Yes, Honor. It's the new singer I just got. I got it I got it within like a week of starting this channel, which was not even 10 months ago. And for anyone that's new, what happened is our cat jumped up here. She was up here on my sewing table, and when she jumped down, she went like that, and it flung my machine down onto the floor, and it landed in 4 different pieces. And for a while, I thought it was okay, but of course it's computerized, so it was not. Of course it was not. Not okay. So I don't know what I'm going to get when I get a new one. I've thought about a semi-industrial because of I would really like to get more into sewing the wallets and purses and things. But I don't know. They're quite cost prohibitive. So I guess we'll see what happens. We will see what happens. Of course, I have a lot of people that will say, you know, this one's worked well for me and this one's worked well for me, and everybody has some great words of wisdom, but I still have to decide at some point what I'm going to do. I wish there was somewhere around here where I could take it in to be fixed, but I can't. 1987, Jean has, okay, I have to scroll back up here a little bit. Terry, that's good to know, but yeah, I probably can't afford it, so it doesn't, yeah. But thank you for that, yeah. Oh, Elena, I don't know. Some people have notifications on, but they don't have all notifications on, so sometimes it's that, but I don't know. I really don't, because everybody's got different systems and everything of what, or settings, I guess I should say. Honor, as far as warranty, I really don't know. I bought it through Amazon. I don't know. See, this isn't the first time it's happened to me. I had this same machine before. And when it came in, when it arrived, the box was crushed on the side, and we opened it and everything seemed to be okay, but we figured it got banged around during shipment and that it would be okay, but it was never right. It would stop sewing and it would give me an error that there was a thread issue, and there was no thread issue. I get all kinds of error messages and it would stop sewing. Well, I loved the machine other than that. So I got another one. Here I am. Let's see. Did the cat use up one of her 9 lives? She's chewed a quilt. There's like 7 or 8 holes in the quilt now where she's chewed it and pulled the batting out through. She's done that to anything we put on the bed. Because I gave up with a quilt or a bedspread and just started putting like a flannel sheet or a pretty sheet, but she does that. She's scratched and chewed holes in the walls. She's chewed the level or blinds in the windows. She's killed every plant I have except for the ones here in my sewing room. There's more. I can't even tell you. The cat. You can get a Juki for $9.99. That's way over. Sorry. I mean, I know, but it's way over my. I can't do that. Sorry. Yeah. Hi, Debbie. I'm finishing a quilt that started in the 70s that my grandmother taught me how to make, a 9-patch hand sewn. Oh, that's beautiful. She must be part dog. You know what's funny about that, Elena, is when someone knocks at the door, she growls like a dog. You would swear we had a dog here. I will try them on her, but I know from last time they weren't at all helpful, and neither was Singer. Singer was like, well, you didn't buy it from us. And so I can try, you know. I had a friend of mine say, you know, if it were me, I would contact Singer and I'd say, I have a YouTube channel and I could give you a bad review, but that's not me. I'm just not vindictive or whatever the word would be. I just don't do that, but I don't know. I am going to show you guys something if I ever get a square made. Like I got one of my first corner, like this is going to be one square, one of my corner. Because there's 4 squares here. Oh, yes, Rose. This one bites and scratches. You walk past her and she'll, like, for me, I've got marks all over the place. She does that. I totally understand. Totally understand. Yeah. Our company knows you don't go near the cat. The grandkids know you don't touch her, you don't go near her. She was feral when we got her. She was living on her own at 4 months old. So, yeah, that's true, Honor. I can try. I can try, but before this machine here, the only machines I had ever bought was like those ones at Walmart for like $79 or whatever. So I'm pretty bummed that this happened. But, you know, the thing is if there was someone to repair it, maybe it's just a computerized piece that they could fix. I don't know. You know, I really don't. I'd be guessing. I would be guessing. I keep misplacing my rotary cutter. That dull one. I need to get out my glove. I have a glove that a viewer bought for me, and I was using that one this morning. I was cutting up all kinds of pieces because I thought, oh, that will take some getting used to, but it really doesn't. You put that on, it's like, okay, I'm good to go. I'm good to go. It was one of those safety gloves for rotary cutters. Okay, I just need a little piece on the side of this. That should do. Cheryl, I would do that, but I'm in Aroostook County, Maine. There's nothing local. The only thing local is Walmart. That's it. There's no local. It's so hard to explain to people when I say there's nothing here. There's really nothing here. Like to go to a Joann Fabric or to I don't even know what to say. You have to drive 42 miles down Route 1A. It's about an hour's drive because it's a country road to hit the I-95 highway and drive over 2 hours to get to Bangor. And it's just, that's how far away everything is. And because I don't travel, I don't ride well. We don't have a car because of that. I generally just, I don't. We order almost every single thing. Like, we just order everything. We have a Walmart. We have a local JCPenney. And then there's like Lowe's and Harbor Freight, Tractor Supply. There's a lot of that because we're in farming country. We're lucky to have that store, Marden's, where I buy fabric. But there's no other really sewing supply there. Every once in a while they'll have a deal on something that's sewing related, but it depends on what they get in stock. It's not something that they normally keep in stock. Okay, let's see. I will try contacting Amazon, but like I said from last time, when that machine that I bought from them started acting up, I'd only had it 4 months when it just wouldn't sew, and they would not do anything. Yes, Giovanna, I would play with her, but she leaves me bleeding. She won't play. She doesn't want to play. You can't pet her. She just won't let you pet her. That is true, Terry, about sewing machine shops, and I agree with that. I have friends who have bought from one. Well, they're gone out of business now, but it's like a 3-hour drive from here, and unfortunately, you know, yeah. Hey, Laura, good to see you. Finally caught my live. Good. Honor. I can't stop crumb block creating. I'm stuck in mini crumb mode. Terry, I bought a brand new Brother B337 from Goodwill for $25. I have no sewing shops anywhere near me, neither. Can't walk into a shop and shop. Gundy, hello. Not sewing along, but sewing. I'm not sure what. Oh, an advent calendar for my granddaughter. Just make a little break. Okay. Nancy, years ago we lived up in the Sierra Mountains, so I know about living in the boonies. I'm close to a lot of shopping now. Hey, Kimberly, good to see you. Unfortunately, I don't mean to shoot down all your ideas, Elena. Marden's is a surplus and salvage store. They don't even carry sewing machines. Well, they might once in a while if they get it in. They buy things that other stores and shops don't want, and that's how they buy stuff. I don't know how else to describe it other than that. Oops. It's like, how many of you guys would go to, let me see. I can't even think the name of the stores. It's just not here. Well, a friend of mine, one of my subscribers, bought me a Kohl's gift card, and I said, there's no Kohl's here. There again, you have to drive, like what I had said. It's almost 3 hours away. And when you don't have a car to drive it, it may as well be to the moon, because you can't get there. Because even if I had a car, I can't ride that far because of the vibration bothering me. So anyway, we're going to have to get to happier conversation here. Bought my baby lock brilliance online and watching videos in Eastern California. Bought them through interest free, paid off in 6 months. Well, hello, Empty Nest Quilter. Oh, a shop that will ship to you. That's what I mean. Don't order from Amazon. Order directly from a shop. They will ship it and stand behind it. That's true. In fact, when I looked at the machine that I have now, I did look at Singer because I was going to buy it from them, but it was more expensive and they were going to charge me for shipping, so I couldn't because I could barely swing what the cost was. But I understand exactly what you're saying. Yes, Terry. After 4 tries of trying to use my Kohl's gift card online, I ended up sending it back to the subscriber friend who had sent it to me, and she had to order it for me because it was a $50 gift card and I went over so that I could get free shipping, and when I'd go over, it wouldn't just let me pay like say the $8 or whatever I went over with my debit card. It wanted me to pay the whole thing. And then it said it was the craziest mess, and I ended up calling Kohl's support, and they were of absolutely no help. So thank goodness my friend that had bought it for me, she took it back. She took the gift card back. She ordered because she has a Kohl's card. Because I'll tell you what, I called their customer service, and after explaining what was happening, and the woman couldn't get it to stop happening either, the issue I was having. I said, why don't you just order it from your end? She said, oh, okay, ma'am, I'll do that. And then she says, what's your Kohl's credit card number? I said, I don't have a Kohl's credit card. There's no Kohl's near me. She said, oh, I'm sorry, I can only order for you if you have a Kohl's card. So I run into the only places I have ordered from that I don't have issues, other than ordering from our favorite fabric shop, is Amazon and Walmart. And I mean, yeah, there's still issues, but at least I get it, you know. Cheryl says, I can semi-relate 25 miles to a larger town, Joann's Hobby Lobby. Yeah, I've never even been in a Hobby Lobby. I've been in Joann Fabric one time in my whole life. I'm sheltered. I have heard of that more. You know, I have heard of that. But like a friend of mine bought a sewing machine, and I don't know where she bought it, but she bought it online, and I know it wasn't from Amazon. But when she had issue, they charged her. They're like, we'll fix it free, but you got to pay shipping to get it to us. I was like, that's not very nice. That wasn't very nice of them. I didn't think. But I did think of contacting Singer, like I say, because I was going to make a video about how wonderful my sewing machine was. And yeah, it is my own fault that the cat knocked it over. But like the first machine, I didn't do anything to it. You know, that was not my fault. So, I don't know. But anyway, that's what I was saying. I told the girls if they buy for me or if they want to give me money for Christmas, just give me an Amazon gift card and I'll go on there. And this time I will buy the extended warranty or whatever it's called that I didn't the first time. This is what I'm doing right now, guys. I have this piece and this, So I'm going to kind of do this kind of thing. Yeah, Terry, believe me. Believe me. I hear you there. It gets depressing just thinking about it, so I don't. I try not to. I try not to. So I figure I'll save up, and at some point a miracle will happen. Okay, is any of the newbies need me to show what we're working on? I am feeling better, Kimberly, but my sore throat came back yesterday morning. So I'm not sure what's going on with that. Because you know how I kept saying, well, I'm better, I'm just not completely better. And I hated to keep saying that every time people asked me, but it was the truth. And I'm not sure what this virus is or why I can't get rid of it, but I wish it would go back from where it came. Okay. So I'm going to, excuse me. I'm going to explain what I originally had been going to do. Originally, we were just going to make a stained glass block. 8 or 10 years ago, I could make these in my sleep, and I thought today, oh, I'll just cut the pieces. They're nothing. Well, still not feeling 100%. I can't get my brain engaged. So I sat here trying to piece snippets together, and my head was reeling. I was ready to cry. I was like, I can't figure this out. And if it's taking me this long to figure it out, I can't explain it to anyone else. But I had already said that you guys would need narrow black strips and scraps. So I had to make something with that. So this blue represents black because I didn't have a black magic marker. So I said you could do any way you wanted to. You could make a crumb block in each corner, all 4 corners. Or you could do this where you take a 1-inch wide strip of black and put it in between your pieces like what I'm doing here, and make 4 6.5 to 7-inch. We're going to cut them down, so this whole block will measure 12.5 inches. I hope I'm explaining it right. So you'd need your 2-inch black strips are here. If you use the black strips here, you're using 1 inch wide. So I'm sewing these at 6.5 inches, and I'll cut them down once I get them connected to my black strips. But this is what the block will look like. Yeah, Terry, I do have one of those too. You want to hear that story? See, I have my mother's luck with electronic or anything that plugs in. I have a Brother CX6000i that I bought 4-5 years ago. At the time, it was the most expensive machine I'd ever owned. I bought it, and it sews like a charm through a few layers. When I went to make my zippered bags, I couldn't sew through the cotton batting and the cotton fabric where it goes together, where you box your corners. It stops and goes. Now, I know for a fact a fellow YouTuber I know has one, and I have seen her use her machine, and it glides right through it. Mine doesn't. So I have that, and then I have a 1954 Kenmore over there that needs servicing, and I have a 1954 Singer that needs servicing, and I have a 1918 treadle machine that needs servicing. It's true. Hi, Mona. Yeah, okay. So anyway, so like this, I'm going to cut down to my 6-inch piece there, but there's one piece. And then I did another one so that it will be a little bit different. You know, every one of them will be just a little bit different in all 4 corners. That's what I'm going for. And I've got 2 almost finished, and if I'd hush up, I'd get more done. But that's okay. You guys don't mind me chatting. I just gotta sew while I do it. Yeah, I have a few of the Brother machines. I have another one downstairs. I couldn't tell you what model it is. It's one of those ones that you could get for, you know, 5 or 10 years ago, you could get them for $80 or something at Walmart. I have another one down cellar. It does sew along. It will sew, and it will sew through thicker pieces, but it doesn't sew straight line. It kind of goes left, right, left, right, left, right. So it doesn't sew that very well either. Yeah. It's funny because my mother has always said, you leave it to me. I can't have a toaster that works right. And I have her luck with anything like that. If anything's going to go wrong, it's going to be me that owns it when it happens. And I'm not sure why this machine took so long to act up like what it did, because the cat knocked it over months ago. This isn't something new, so it's kind of odd that it happened now, I think. But what do I know? Yeah, I was supposed to watch my 7-year-old granddaughter the other day. My son had asked me, and I woke up in the morning and my throat was as raw as could be. I was like, yikes. Whatever this virus is. But you know, whatever I had that I was so sick for over 2 weeks, there's a lot of it going around. I have heard so many people were sick with it. And there is RSV going around as well as seasonal flu, but whatever I had, they're calling it this weird flu or whatever that everyone's getting. And I know that there are people being hospitalized with it, and I can understand that, because when I say I was sick, I was miserable, just miserable. I can remember the first Sunday I couldn't make a tutorial and I felt bad. But I was too sick to even feel bad. I was like, I don't care, I'm so sick, I can't do it. So, yeah. But then I went another week and you guys didn't get a tutorial either because I was still sick. Yes, it is odd it happened now, Terry. It worked fine. Because I can't remember when she knocked it, but this is months later. Now all of a sudden, bam, it starts doing it. Because you know how you'll like hit the button to go down, from, like when you turn it on, it goes to 2.5 millimeter stitch length by default. And usually I hit the button to the left to go down. It doesn't always work. It's just weird. Elena, I love this chair. Although my husband has to keep cleaning out the wheels on it because it gets all gummed up with thread and fabric and, you know. Yes, Mona, that RSV is nasty. And I know I didn't have that, but whatever I have is still with me because like I say, my sore throat came back, and I'm still feeling tired. I can't get over that tired feeling. Honor, you say it's not cat related, it's a lemon. Yeah, it could be. Janet, a larger needle, do you mean on the one that just, the machine that won't go through? It just stops. It won't feed through even with a walking foot. It just won't, it won't go. I'm scrolling back up, sorry. Yes, Honor, I did. I tried the needle, but that's not the problem. It stops. The machine just goes, and it's like it won't feed. The feed dogs won't move. It won't do anything. But yeah, I tried the needles and I did all that. I did everything I know to do. Okay, let's see. Yes, I agree. Sewing machines, like many appliances, all have their glitches. Terry says, I wish I lived near you. That's so pretty, Marie. I love that look. Thank you. And yes, Janet, I did try the needle. Yes, Terry, I agree. It's odd it happened now. Honor says it's not cat related. It's just a lemon. Terry, what is the machine doing wrong? Did you miss what I was saying? The machine that I'm working on, like today, it's been going in reverse without issue, knock on wood. What it does is I'll go in reverse and it will just go beep 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 beep, won't do it. If I try to go stitch length up or down, it won't do it. Oh, and the other thing it does is I use the serpentine stitch, which is stitch number 71. I use that a lot. And it's not the only one that does it, but I go to select the stitch and it will go to the one up or below it. So it might go to number 70 or number 72, but it won't go to 70. So I'm not sure what the glitch is, but I'm sure it's electronic in some way. I just don't know. That's why I say if one of my non-electronic singers worked, I would be a happy camper. I mean, yeah, the buttonholers and all those fancy stitches are nice, but if your machine isn't working, then it doesn't matter. None of that matters. Oopsie, I cut the wrong side. I'm sorry guys, my neck is bothering me enough that I can't keep standing up to show you my progress. I'm going to have to show you in little bits and pieces. I'm just not feeling that great tonight. So what I have right now is this, and I'm going to put this attached. Of course, I'll have to cut it down some. Let's see. Giovanna, I have a paddlefoot singer. Yeah, I have a treadle that's 104 years old. Sews through leather. And mine would too, if it were fixed. Let's see. RSV is causing hospital visits and stays. Yes. It is a computer issue, Terry. Sounds like your machine has a mind of its own. It does. Yeah, Terry, that's what I just said. Get a mechanical one. Maybe you had a variant of COVID. I don't know. I had 4 tests. They are all negative. 70 people here, but only 8 likes. Please give thumbs up, please. Thank you. Hey, Selena. Good to see you. Elena, what machine do I have? It's a Singer Quantum Stylist 9960. A very popular machine, yet a nightmare. Just a nightmare. For me. There's a lot of people who love this machine because for the money it does a lot. And I would agree to that. When it's working, it's a joy. But you know, you go online and you find these people who've owned one for 6 or 7 years and they wouldn't own anything else. It's the best machine they've ever had. I think you can say that of any machine. You're going to have people that love it, and then you're going to have people who had issues with it. That's just how it works. Okay, I have 2 done. I usually use sizing or starch or whatever on them by now, but I'm going to leave that because I'm trying to get these done. Oh, I went to look for the right side and it's batik, so there's no right side. There's no right side. The only thing when I'm hurrying is I'm not being as creative with my shapes as I could be, but oh wow, Donna. I just started recently liking V-neck shirts. I ordered these online. I think I paid 20 something a piece for them. But they're probably the softest, most comfortable t-shirt I've ever worn. But wow, that's a good deal. Yes, Janice, I know what you mean. It's called a hump jumper. And yes, I have. That machine, it's the motor. It just won't do it. It isn't, I don't even know how to describe it. I've tried everything with that machine. That's why I finally gave up on it and bought this, because I just couldn't make it go. It just would not do it. But yes, that does work. Thank you, Laura. I'm glad you like it. Oh, Terry says, I see 52 likes so far. How do you have your machine tilted? Well, I did have the, like those little, what do you call them, the little rubber things that go under your door. I had that under there because I heard that was supposed to help. I took those out because it didn't seem to. But do you do that, Denise? Do you tilt yours? Because I had heard that was good. All right, let me see. My blocks are going to be somewhat close in shape to one another, but I don't think anyone's going to judge me for it. You guys will be kind, right? When I get done here, I've got to write the description box and stuff for the morning tutorial. I hope you guys like what I came up with. Well, it's not like it's a new idea. It's just kind of a fun thing to do. See, I just keep piecing. And I piece of black. And then I'm going to go up here with a little bit more color. And I'll have 3 blocks done. 1 more left. And then I can cut my 4 squares out. I'll show you guys the next part as soon as I get this done. I'm using some fairly big pieces here. get the cat to pay for an upgrade out of her treats. Oh, she eats enough of those, Terry. My land. She's always hitting my husband up for treats. She'll come up here, and I do have some in one of the sewing drawers, and she knows that I do. But she also knows she can't stay in here. I don't allow her to stay in here anymore because she gets into everything, and then I'm petrified that she's going to knock my machine over again. So, but yeah, they know where the treats are, don't they? Doesn't take them long to learn. I still can't believe I couldn't wrap my brain around that block. Just couldn't do it. I felt so stupid just sitting there going, what? Why couldn't I do it? I did part of it. I mean, I did do part of it. And I like it. I love these blocks. It just wasn't big enough, and I thought if it took me that long to get through that, I'd never be able to teach it. So, not gonna happen. Giovanna, I hope you have a great night. Thank you so much for hanging out with us. 1 a.m., goodness. Denise, oh, I understand that. Too long at any one thing, yes. Well, sometimes it doesn't even mean too long. Sometimes it can be any amount of time. But I understand what you're saying. I do. I'm sorry that you deal with that as well. Yeah, I had fun with today's tutorial. I had a lot of fun. Usually when I make a tutorial, I do a run through and I make the item before, but I didn't. I just made it along with doing the tutorial, so that was different for me. Different. I saw a video today. Now, you guys have heard me say I don't edit. Because mostly when I say, oh, I have to edit, what I mean is I need to splice parts together and stuff. Because if I make a mistake, I leave it in and I show you guys, okay, this is what happened. Here's how I'm going to fix it. Because, you know, I just think, hello, Julie. Good night, Giovanna. Sweet dreams. Terry, I think I'm going to try to cut up a Scrappy block. I thought about that, just one I already had made, but cheat. Hey, Sherlock, how you doing? Anna Maria, my goodness, all kinds of people here. Hello, everyone, and good night to everyone. Oops, what was I saying? Oh, I lost it. I can't remember. I have a terrible memory, especially short term. Oh well, I can't think of the count. I should have spit it out before I read the box, the chat box. Because now I don't remember. Oh, about the editing. Thank you, Laura. I appreciate that. And I'm glad that you appreciate that. So today, I was watching a video. And I'm not going to say who or where, because the poor lady, I felt so bad. I am going to leave her a comment, though. She was showing how to make a block. And she said, it was at this point that my camera stopped working and I didn't realize it. And then a few more minutes in, she says, this is the point that I realized that my camera had stopped working. And she goes, oh my God, bleep, 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 bleep. It starts bleeping. And I was laughing because I could relate to this anger, this frustration you feel because everything's going along well, you're doing the tutorial, everything's great, everything's fine, and then, no it isn't. No, it really isn't. Like, because you've forgotten something or you've made a mistake or something like that. And the thing is when you're making a YouTube video, if you've sewn something and you've gone all this way and then it isn't filmed, you either have to rip your stitches out or you need to recut your fabric and start all over again. So this poor lady, I could relate to that in so many ways. I could feel her pain, and I tried not to laugh, but I did. I couldn't help it because it was just so funny to me. Not funny like, oh, I'm glad it happened to her. I don't mean that, but just, oh boy, can I relate to the frustration of that. Hey, Christy, good to see you. Good to see you. Oh, Julie says she agrees. Janet, you gotta go. You have a good night. Hope you have a great night. I'm gonna keep on sewing here because I have more to do. I don't want to keep you guys half the night here. See, the bad thing is I wish I would have had one already made up and then you guys would have had a picture to go by, but I'm telling you, I'm just not feeling myself. I'm just not up to par, so everything is a struggle for me here, but we'll get it done. We'll get it done. I love sewing with the black though, I really do. I think it looks so nice. Wish one was a little longer than what it was. So I have some fabric that I really like. Well, not that I don't like the other, but it would have just looked so much nicer with the other one. But yeah, my throat is getting really sore now, even from talking, so. Besides having to hurry it up just to not keep you guys, excuse me, so long, I really probably should be shutting up sometime soon. Alright, now, I always use my sizing before I cut fabric when I'm quilting because it gives it a little bit of form. I don't use a lot. I was thinking today, I made these stained glass blocks before and used different widths of the black, and you know, you wouldn't think that would look good, but it really did. I thought anyway. Like, say you use 1 inch and 1 1/4 inch or whatever, it gave it more of a authentic look, because if you look at stained glass windows, the color in between there, the black or whatever, isn't always the same width. So I think that gave it more of a... Okay, let me show you what I have. So I have this, and I have this. This was my last one, my hurry up one. and this one was my first one. Now I'm going to cut these down at the moment to 6.5 inches. Whoops, I better catch up first. Sherlock sews. That's why I don't do videos or tutorials. It's a lot of work and a lot of time. It is. Oh, Judith, thank you for hanging out with us. I hope that your headache gets better. Those are bad when they're like that. I'm sorry. Yeah. Donna, I will try that. Thank you. All right, let me trim these out. Because some of these little pieces that are left, I think will be great scraps. Like these, I'll put those on postcards. I like that. Just a chugging along. All right, so there's my first square. So see, that will go in one of my corners, like so. This one I want a little bit uneven. Some beautiful scraps I'm going to have left over here. Love these scraps. There's corner number 2. I wish I had another view like that I could show you guys the down onto my table view. One of these days I will have an extra camera or something, and I'll figure out how to do that just for you guys. And there's corner number 3. And this is the one I'm waiting to see. And it's funny because I've always thought that the purple and the teal go so well together. I remember one of the first years I was quilting, I put, excuse me, I put purple and green together thinking they wouldn't go. But oh my land, it was so pretty. It was in a, I think I made like a 9-patch. A 9-patch and then like an applique heart, 9-patch applique heart, if I remember right. And there's my other block, similar to the other one. Thank you, Beverly, and I hope you take care. You have a good night. Okay, somewhere here I have my 2-inch wide strips of black that I cut. Did someone see what I did with those? Aha! Thank you. They were right there where you said they were. That's true. Honor a peacock. Kathy, I ate at my son's for Thanksgiving and missed the leftovers. I have a turkey breast, etc., ready to come out of the oven soon. Yeah, that would be hard for me. I was just saying to my mom today, my favorite part of Thanksgiving leftovers is a fried bread turkey sandwich. And if you've never had a fried bread turkey sandwich, I'll tell you how to make one if you want. Okay, so this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to take, see, this is kind of what I've got so far. I'll rearrange some of this so that it won't be all going, you know, a similar way here in just a moment when I take a look at, like this will have to go over here and this over here, you know, for a little bit of difference. Anyway, I'm going to take one of my 2-inch wide strips and I'm going to sew it to one side and to one side. So that's what I'm going to do right now. I'll show you how. What's fried bread? Well, I'm glad you asked. And I know you might think that this wouldn't make a bit of difference in how your sandwich tastes, but trust me on this. You take some soft butter, margarine, whatever you use. I use butter, but either way. And you butter one side of your bread lightly. You don't need a whole lot. Just however much you would, whatever, if you were going to make a grilled cheese, say. So you do that, and you put it butter side down on your frying pan over medium-high heat, and you're going to grill that till it's nice and toasted, as if you were making a grilled cheese sandwich, but you've just got bread and butter there. And then put it on a paper towel or plate or whatever you're eating your sandwich on. And you have to do that to both slices. So do that to 2 slices of bread. And then make your sandwich the way you normally would, whether it's mayonnaise, mustard, or whatever you use along with your turkey. And this works for ham or anything at all. In fact, another favorite sandwich of mine is a fried bread tuna sandwich. But when it's made with turkey, that's one of my favorite things that I look forward to every year. And we just had one. That's what we had for supper tonight, was a fried bread turkey sandwich. So you're not heating the meat. You're not putting anything on that bread. You're just grilling the bread, and we call it a fried bread sandwich. But it's really good with tuna too. If you like tuna fish, it's really good done that way too. Okay, I need to trim my edges here. See what's in the chat box. Honor, I love all the wrist pin cushions you made. Did you make some? I know Richard did, or did I read it wrong? I'm sorry. Maybe I missed it. Maybe. Oh, that would be good. Oh, that would be good. And that too. Because, yeah. Oh, I mean, it's a good sandwich anyway around it. But that would probably amp up the flavor too. I bet. This ruler confuses me. It's that one that's got, oh goodness, I trimmed that to 6 inches. Yeah, because I needed to make a mistake. Why not? All right, I'm just going to keep going. I'm just going to keep going. I mean, I have enough cut at that. I just don't have any extra. And I had cut it at 6.5, so I had extra. Well, I don't anymore. You guys chat. I gotta get this sewn. Now I'm worried from cutting it short. In the home stretch. Press this and I'll show you where I am. I think it's still going to make a beautiful block, even though it's not what I had originally planned. I still think it's going to be beautiful. I like it already. And if I didn't say it before, I am ironing towards the black each time. And I don't remember saying that, so I apologize. Alright, I need to trim these. It's not very much to trim really, but this one there will be. The one I cut short. No, it really won't be short because like I said, I left enough that I have to trim anyway, but I just wanted there to be more. It's not what I planned, and that's where it bugs me. Okay. Now, Denise, when I do it, I toast one side. Okay, so I have this was the 2-inch strip. Oh, I guess I'm not following the conversation. I didn't know if you guys were asking me or not. Okay. Don't know which way I want this. Let me see. For one reason, I want the red on the opposite side, but let's see about this. And then the strip goes here. But I have to take a look because I don't think I want that one there. I guess it's there anyway. Okay, so I am going to sew this strip to this one, and then I'll come in and I'll attach that one. Let's see. I think this is going to make a very pretty block anyway around it. I really like the look of these. I really do. Yeah, I looked in there and I thought you guys were asking me about that, and you've got a whole conversation going about the breads and the recipes. So I'll stay out of that conversation since I missed half of it. And I'll let you guys finish up what you're talking about. Pretty soon I have to get out my rotary mat and my Lazy Susan cutting mat and my 12.5-inch ruler. Okay, so when you're, just in case we have a beginner here, I want to lay this out and show you. Okay, I have this one here. Now I need to make sure that these are lined up with these. So when I lay it this way to pin, I'm going to lay it like that, and then I'm going to check and make sure that these are lined up before I do any sewing. What I normally do is pin them, pin it into place, and then I go back up and make sure that they line up, which I'll show you in just a second. I've pinned right here to pin them in place. And then I fold this back like this to make sure, well, I didn't fold it down straight, but they are, it is exactly even here. Isn't it funny how things have different names? Yeah, my friend Nanny sent over some Vegemite. Some of you may have seen the video on YouTube when I tried the Vegemite. And I was actually surprised because I didn't think that I would like it. I really wasn't sure if I would, because I had heard, oh, it's disgusting, or oh, it's good. There didn't seem to be any in between, so I didn't know if I'd like it or not. But I do. I really like it. But I was reading online and they were saying that a lot of times foreigners go to Australia and they try it, but they put way too much on. Like they put it on really thick and then they bite into it. And I can see how that would be not so good. I can relate that would be bad. You know, they smear it on as if it's like peanut butter or something. Like what we put peanut butter on. You don't. You just put just a slight amount on very buttered toast. Has anyone seen Jo Wood? I haven't seen her on. I hope she's not sick. I'm going to send her a private message and check on her because I get worried when I don't see people that, especially people who are on a regular basis. But usually she's on the group and everything, and I have not seen her. But of course, I haven't been on the group a whole lot either because I get so busy with things. Okay, I'm going to starch this. Before I cut it. I did repeat a red, but I think overall it turned out nice. I'm going to get my Lazy Susan and my ruler. Hey, Lisa. I'm at family gathering and didn't know you were here. I wondered where you were. Oh, I wondered. Okay, 12 and a half. 6 1/4. I've got to get this lined right up even. Hope you're having fun at your family gathering. Just trying to line everything up here, guys. I think I have it lined up. If I don't, then it goes with my day. How's that? And if it isn't, I'm not going to remake it. Shifted my ruler. I gotta line it back up. Up, up, up. No, really. My blade is so dull. How dull is it that I have to go back and cut threads? Still. Okay, you ready for the grand unveiling? Da, 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 da. There we go. There it is. With twist, with turn. It is our mock, I'm going to call it a mock. I go to say the word and I can't think of it. I go to say cathedral window, and that's not it. All right. Anyway, what do you guys think? Huh? Yay! We're done. It is cut to 12.5 inches. It is done. All right. Let me see. Debbie Wood, what is Vegemite? Vegemite is a spread that you can buy in Australia. Don't Google how it came about being made, because you'd never try it. Well, no, I did, but I don't know who's on my Facebook group, but if you're on my Facebook group, you go into the group and you can search, use the Facebook search, and you can type in Vegemite, and it takes you to a video of me trying it for the first time. It's a spread that you put on toast. There's other things you can do with it, but you only put on a very little bit. Patricia, my quilt group did the stained glass block. They're lovely. Well, I had started off, and that's what we were going to do, was just a straight up block, but I couldn't wrap my head around how to teach it. So I had all these different pieces, and I was like, you know what? We're just going to go in sections. So then I let people choose whether they just wanted to use 1-inch pieces in between scraps, or if they just wanted to do crumb pieces in the 4 sections and then put it, use the black as kind of like a frame around it. So that's up to everyone who makes it. Yeah. Lisa, everyone here is talking and the kids playing. I can't even hear you. Oh, goodness. Let me see. Great in stews and casseroles. It has less salt than the blocks. We call them Bonux blocks. Not sure what they are. They're called bouillon cubes. Yeah. Thank you, Rose. Oh, thank you. Everyone likes it. I did it, and it is not mock. It is the real deal. Stained glass. Thank you. I couldn't even think of the word. I'm so tired. I like my square rotary mat, Julie. The problem is it's too small. I didn't realize until some of you guys told me that I have a little hole over there and everything falls there. My rotary cutter just fell. Anyway, this is only so big. I mean, you can fit the 12.5-inch block on there, but just barely. So someone said that there is a 17-inch block, and there is indeed a 17-inch block, and I am looking at getting one. Oh goodness, everyone's coming in late. We're getting ready to leave. Yeah, the round one, Julie, to answer you, I saw that, but I didn't think that it would work out well, just simply being round, Marmite in New Zealand. Yes, I heard that it's called Marmite. Well, it's very similar item, yeah. But, that's interesting. All right. Oh, your first live. Oh, that's the happy dance for your first live. Okay, everyone, I know there's some of you that are just getting here, but I've been going for 2 hours with a sore throat, and I'm tired. This chickie's ready for bed. I want to thank you guys for hanging out with me on the live stream. And again, I will show the block that we made today. It's called Marie's Scrappy Stained Glass Block, because it is different. I don't know. The wider strips I thought looked kind of like a window pane in the center. Kind of like a window pane, do you think? Kind of, sort of, maybe. I'll go put a picture on the group though before I go to bed. I will do that. So, yeah. All right. I'm not sure what honor. I don't know what you're talking about. Is it $50 or $79? You must have a conversation going with someone. Go take a nap. It's bedtime. It's 8 o'clock. This is past my bedtime. I'm an old lady. All right, everyone. Thank you so much for hanging out with me for block number 9 of our Scrappy Sampler Quilt Along. So thanks, everyone. You take care. I'll see you next time. I'll see